Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel again. In today's class, we're going to be treating the topic known as basic terms in thermodynamics. And also in our last session, we introduced thermodynamics as the science of heat, work and energy. But before we can be able to actually dive deeper, we need to understand the basic languages in thermodynamics, and that's what today's class is all about. So let's dive in. Good. Now, as you can see on the board, right, you can see this square box. This is our system, right? Good. And here we have boundary, and all this, right, these are the surroundings. Good. So what then is a system? A system is basically like the part of our universe, right, in which we are studying today, in which we live in today, right? Good. Now, everything outside the system would automatically give us surroundings. Is somebody flowing? Good. Now, the surface that separates the system and the surroundings is what we know as boundary. This box here, can you see this line here? These things, this is the surface that separates both the system and the surroundings. That's why we have here boundary. Good. Now, this boundary that we talk of, right, someone might be asking, what is boundary? Or rather, how do we identify boundary? Boundary falls under two classes, which is real and imaginary. Real can be an example, a wall of a cylinder. If you go and get your gas cylinder, right, that thing, or rather the wall of the cylinder that you can see, is what literally separates the system, which is the gas, and the surroundings, which is air molecules outside of the cylinder gas, or the gas cylinder rather. Then the second thing is imaginary. This one we can't see it, so this imaginary boundary is literally like space. Good. Now we have types of systems. Number one, we have open system. Open system basically consists of mass and energy exchange. What do I mean by that? It exchanges both energy and matter with its surroundings. Examples, we have things like boiling water in a pot, etc., etc. Number two, we have closed system. Closed system only exchanges energy, right? It does not exchange matter at all. Examples, now we have steam in a sealed piston. By the way, if you need pictures of this, if you need more explanations on these examples I'm giving you, just drop that in the comments below, and I would personally give you your own free pictures and free tutorials on what I mean by these examples. Example, we have steam in a sealed piston. And number three, we have isolated system. This one does not even have any exchange. This one is basically just stingy as what? It does not exchange anything. It does not exchange mass, does not exchange energy, does not exchange nothing. An example of an isolated system is a well-insulated thermoflask. Now we have other key terms, because in thermodynamics, if you don't understand some of these basic languages of thermodynamics, how then do you now want to go to other complex terms, right? So we have other key terms. We have state, property, process and equilibrium. Good. Now under state, right, what is a state? The state of a system describes its condition at a given time. Good. Is that system open? Is it closed? Is it isolated? What is happening to the system? That is what state is all about. Then number two, we have property. Property is basically the quality or characteristics that a system has. What are those unique qualities, those unique characteristics? We have pressure, we have volume, we have temperatures. Then number three, we have process. Process is basically the path from one state to another. Okay, let's take for example now the three states of matter, which are what? Solid, liquid and gas, right? The process in which solid goes into liquid, right? That part in which solid can be able to transform into liquid, that is what we know as process. Then finally, number 4, we have equilibrium. Equilibrium just simply means there is no change in the system with time. This one, it just means balance. Actually, it means that what is A is B and what is B is A. That is basically the most simple definition of these key terms, and that will be all for this video. So in summary, we define the system, surroundings and boundaries, and the different types of systems. Then these terms will form the foundation for everything else in thermodynamics. So now that you've been able to actually understand the basic terms in thermodynamics, I'm sure you're able and you're ready now for us to dive deeper into this course. And in our next lesson, we'll move to things like zeroth law, first law, second law, third law, etc., etc., the concept of temperature and all of that. Now, if you found this video helpful, please do well to like, share, drop down your views, drop down your comments, your thoughts, your opinions. Let me know and I'll give you an immediate feedback. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye guys, I'll see you guys in our next video.